It's time now for America's voices to sound off on this issue of affirmative action and some of the other week's big issues. Today, voices from two powerhouse radio stations. First, Kevin Miller from KDKA, the #1 station, the first station in the nation, and Jerry Agar from WLS, the world's largest station in Chicago. Let's put a minute on the clock. The whole issue about Obama trying to walk the line on affirmative action. Kevin, you go first.
Brian, it's very simple. It is a move that will be applauded by independents. It will be applauded by conservatives, but it's not going to be applauded by Obama's base, the liberal Democrats, liberal whites. They're going to see this as betrayal. His African-American base is going to be upset about it, but the bottom line is, just like conservatives have nowhere to go with John McCain, Brian, liberals have nowhere to go with Barack Obama. The real question is, and I'm waiting to hear what Jerry has to say about this, is who is the real Barack Obama? Is he in fact the man that's going to bring change, or is this just another flip-flop designed to promote him to the highest office?
All right, Kevin, you go next. Jerry, you go next.
Well, okay, Kevin, the real Barack Obama, I'll tell you from right here in Chicago, is a typical Chicago Democrat, hardcore leftist politician. And if he wants to switch his affirmative action from race to class, that actually fits what I think Barack Obama is all about. It's all about pitting groups against each other and taking from those who have prepared in life and succeeded and giving to others. Affirmative action countries like the former Soviet Union and Cuba, not working.
All right, next issue. The United States government has spent more than $50 million over the last 4 summers to fly thousands of illegal immigrants back to Mexico after they were busted trying to cross the border. Let's go to this issue. The idea to discourage illegals from trying to re-enter the country, transporting them deeper into Mexico. Some believe it is a waste of money. Some say it's just plain mean. Jerry, you get to go first this time. What do you think?
I think regardless, it's ineffective. It hasn't stopped it. It's a catch-and-release program, and it's not working. We haven't stopped the border. You know, here's an idea. If you want to catch people and dump them in Mexico City and have them make their own way back, how about we do that with a few employers here? Go to a restaurant and grab a manager. Go down to the chicken plucking plant and grab a manager out of there and dump him off in Mexico City and have him make his way back across the desert and see how he likes it. And then maybe people will get behind the idea of closing the border of the United States.
Kevin, you've got a few seconds on the clock. Go.
Brian, I appreciate it. I love Jerry Agar's take on immigration because he's one of the most ardent conservatives when it comes to it. The bottom line here is the threat of deportation is better than what we've been doing in the past, Brian, and that's nothing at all. Yes, it's expensive, but so are the illegals here that steal jobs from U.S. workers, that contaminate our culture by not speaking our language, that refuse to assimilate, that want to reinvent the melting pot. So I think this is good. Any money well spent to resume America, to bring America back, and to ship home the illegals is a great idea, and the people behind it should be applauded.
All right, one more topic. Tropic Thunder is one of the most talked about comedies of the year, and not for all the right reasons. The Special Olympics is just one of several groups upset that the film, starring Ben Stiller, Robert Downey Jr., and Jack Black, makes several references to mentally challenged people using the R word. Now, the film's producers say they are making fun of Hollywood, not mentally challenged people. Kevin, back to you. Does Tropic Thunder go too far?
Brian, a sick joke in a politically correct world. First Don Imus, then Mike Savage, now Ben Stiller. We live in an overly sensitive world. That being said, you've got to be dumb to be picking on the Special Olympics. My sister's a special ed teacher. My sister-in-law is a special ed counselor. Anybody that spends time around the Special Olympians, you'd have to be a dope to even say the word. It should be common sense, not censorship in this issue when we're talking about Tropical Thunder and the word retard, Brian.
All right, then let's go to Jerry for the last word.
Well, I saw the movie last night, and, I think people are offensive, whether it's with race or mentally handicapped people, whatever, if they are just ignorant or if they don't care. And I think this movie was making fun of those people who are both ignorant or don't care. They're self-involved, ignorant Hollywood people. I think it's a real effective send-up of Hollywood in general, and if anybody should be offended, maybe it should be other actors, and probably the rest of us wouldn't care about that. So I didn't find, I can't speak for mentally handicapped people, but I don't see it. I think they were really going after Hollywood more than anything else.
All right, and boy, you timed that out just perfectly. Your internal clock working very well for you today.
And doesn't Chicago look great in the summer?
It does. It's good to have you both on our show. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll hope you have you back some other time soon.